it's been a few days since I've made a video because I got sick and I was feeling like crap. But even in that time, I actually was really missing this outlet of expression. I was just feeling really shitty. So I'm happy to feel well enough to make a video. I also got a new phone mount, which is hopefully doing a good job. Yeah, so I wanted to talk in this video about this notion of selective sifting, or being a selective sifter. And this is a concept that I've been reflecting on in the last couple days, because I've realized that there are some influences and individuals in my life who I have allowed and tolerated to treat me in ways that I didn't like, and for whatever reason I just felt that this was okay, and I just accepted it. I just tolerated it because I loved those people. And then I wondered, why do those patterns keep repeating? And even people on the outside who know me and know those people would say to me privately, why do you let them do that to you? But I was like, I don't know why they do that. And so anyway, I was thinking about it, because if we create our reality and our thoughts create our reality, then obviously we want to be extremely intentional and extremely specific with what thoughts we think, and also like what energy we are putting out. And so when we participate in relationships that aren't actually to our highest good and our benefit, what are we saying to the universe? What we're communicating, what we're conveying is that it is acceptable for me to participate in relationships where my needs are not being met, where I don't feel fulfilled in one way or another, or even worse, where I'm tolerating subpar treatment. And so as long as I continue to accept this behavior, I'm actually emitting, because I am a vibrating being, I'm actually emitting a signal to the universe that is saying, please do more of this. I want more relationships like this. I want more relationships where my needs are not met. I want more reasons to feel unfulfilled, right? So please give me more of that. And it's pretty crazy when you think about it, that that's actually what you're expressing, because when you would say it out loud like this, logically you'd be like, hell no, like I don't want to create that. Why? No way. But yet we still do it. And whether it's a relationship that's unhealthy, whether it's a pattern or a habit that's unhealthy, that's like, we might say we have a goal that we're focused on, and then do the exact opposite behavior or habit that ultimately would get us to that goal. Why is that? Why do we do that? Right? And so there's so many layers to it, and that's getting into like dissecting your subconscious mind and all of that. And I'm not going to try to pretend to be an expert in that yet. But what I can say is that when you dismantle it this way, and you say, hey, if I engage in more of that, I'm going to get more of that back. Is that okay with me? Do I want to continue to create that? When you shed the light of consciousness to it, when you bring awareness to it, it's obvious that no, I don't want more of that. So if I don't want more of that, then I obviously need to do something differently than I've ever done before to create a different result. And I don't know about you, but for me, at least where I'm at in my life right now, that is damn clarifying. That is damn fucking clarifying. I mean, maybe if I had heard that a month ago or 2 months ago, I would have thought to myself, oh yeah, but da-da-da-da. But where I am in my life today, ripe and ready to pop, hearing that, I'm like, shit, I'm not willing to tolerate anything less than exactly what I want, exactly what I'm creating. And I want all of my thoughts, beliefs, and actions to be lined up 100% with what I'm creating. And that's power. And I already feel power. And so I was listening to this coach that I'm friends with on Facebook, because if you watched my other video, you know everyone's a coach on social media, but this one's actually pretty good. So I was listening to her. She made a video last week, and one of the things she said in the video, she's asked the question, why don't we change, right? When things are bothering us, why don't we make changes? And what was her answer? Now I'm freaking blanking, but I just remembered it a minute ago. That's what made me think of her. Oh, right, yes. She said, why don't we make changes? Like when we decide, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to call in this relationship, or I want to make this much money, or whatever it is that we want. We might be very clear on what we want, but then why does a change feel so hard? And the reason, and I thought that what she said was really astute and really on point. She said, you know, we are naturally wired to go for the path of least resistance. We're naturally wired to basically choose whatever feels easiest and most comfortable. And in fact, most spiritual teachers would argue that that's actually the best path, because that's the path of just kind of like surrender and ease and flow and allowing. But if the path that we're on isn't actually a healthy one, right? And it's the path of something not wanted, a lot of times we're recreating it because we're living in the past, right? So when we're living in the past, we're basically constantly sort of like grading ourselves or measuring ourselves based on who we were before and what we've done up until now, right? And then if we think about going towards something in the future, it can feel really overwhelming. And because why does it feel overwhelming? Because in essence, time isn't even real. Like all that really is for sure is now, is the present moment. So once we get all caught up in the past, or we get all caught up in the future, we basically get paralyzed into action. And so what she suggested doing in order to overcome this, so you can actually make that change, is literally feel it as if it's already now. Like you're already that person. You're already the person who is making the money, who's in the relationship, who's having that success. And yeah, in a really like watered down, simplified version, you could call that visualization. But for me, when I hear the word visualization, I already am like, like I'm already not paying attention, because I've heard that, been there, done that. Close my eyes, great, visualize it. I'm on the beach, I have my millions. But not always the most powerful if you have resistance, which we talked about in another video too. If you have resistance or you have blocks, it's hard to visualize. So what she was saying is like, actually be that. Like actually embody that now. So let's say, for example, you want to drop 50 pounds. Well, it's not like, okay, now I'm going to take a bunch of action. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to get a gym membership. I'm going to go on a diet. And I'm going to do this and do that and do this. It's all these things that are like external to you. It's just basically like spinning wheels in actions. But what if you embodied that? Like, I am the person that is 50 pounds lighter. Therefore, I have energy. I have enthusiasm. I naturally want to eat healthy foods because that's what feels good to my body. So if I really am that person and I'm being that, then this is what that feels like. And I'm automatically, naturally drawn, or I already am that person losing the weight or on the way to losing the weight. And so too, if I'm in a super fulfilling, loving relationship where all my needs are met, then like there's no way in hell I'd be rendezvousing with anyone or any person or anything that's giving me even anything less than that, because I already am in that perfect, fulfilling relationship, and I'm the embodiment of a person in that relationship. So therefore, I feel loved and I feel fulfilled and I feel whole and I can't wait to get home, and I'm sharing my life with someone who shares the same values as me and wants the same things as me and is compatible with me, and my desires line up with their desires, and we have common vision and we have common goals, and we have the same idea about monogamy or not monogamy or whatever it is that I already am that. I am that now. So I don't have to call anything in. I don't have to manifest anyone. I am that. And therefore, I'm going to carry myself in a certain kind of way. So I've been finding this kind of helpful. And it's interesting. I don't want to like jinx it or like count, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to like count my eggs before they hatch. But I've even noticed just in the last day, as I've been sort of embodying those things, I've noticed shifts in myself and in my willingness to participate in old patterns that no longer are serving me. In all of these areas, actually, that we've talked about. So I'm really excited to see how it can continue to unfold. I'm grateful for this video. I'm glad I came back to the videos. Felt like a little weird because I broke my momentum. I don't like breaking momentum. But I am a person that's always in momentum, right? So it doesn't really matter if I take off for a couple days. What else? Anything else I want to add in this video? I want it to be a little bit more raw and candid. I don't want to feel so scripted and rehearsed. I feel like I'm being pretty honest with what I'm going through, but I feel a little scripted right now. So I want to be a little bit more authentic. I want to feel a little bit more authentic. So there's that. I'm intending that. Because really that was like the original like catalyst for me making these videos at all, was just as an outlet for expression. So I don't really want to care what anybody thinks. So yeah. So be picky, be a selective sifter, be very specific about what you're creating, and then be it. That simple, just be it now. Let's see how that feels. Try that on for size. I like it. Alrighty, that is all for this video.